David Levy was born in Milas, Turkey in 1948. After graduated in 1972 from the Middle East Technical University Department of Chemical Engineering in Ankara, Turkey, he completed his master's degree at the Haifa Technical University in 1982. His professional life started as a refinery engineer and continued as a director. He started writing in 2010. Today, we have the chance to interview him for his new published book entitled Leyla's Coffee, published by Eurobox. Hi, David. Thank you for being here.
Hello. Have a nice day.
Tell us something about your book, please. What is Leyla's Coffee about?
Look, first I want to say that we must not forget from where we are coming from, our origins, our family roots, and also our personal human values, which is very, very important for me. To respect to each other, to give and contribute without any personal expectations, which has to be the essence of our day-by-day life. Unfortunately, sometimes and somehow, some way, we are not as it should be. And I see this great difference, how we were grown up and in a small town, and how the personal values are today in our young generation. As I said before, to contribute without any personal expectation. In my book, Leyla's Coffee, I put great emphasis about the alcoholism, how alcohol destroy our personal and family life, and how it affects the society, and where it ends up. Usually a lot of unpleasant cases and some catastrophes we hear about what alcohol does, and I tried to emphasize this thing in my book. The social problems that alcohol creates was really worked on it. Another subject that I tried to explain or to dig up in my book was on adoption of a child, where this thing happens day by day in our society, in our personal values around adoption, how it touches us now, and what happens to a family who adopted a child, a girl like Leyla, and suddenly they learn that this girl is an autistic child. How this thing affected the mother and the father. They didn't give up. They put more and more effort to grow up Leyla. And I think this thing happens also day by day in our life, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm saying because today we do not give enough support to handicapped people. We are not on that way as it should be. And this was also emphasized in my book. For this reason, on purpose, I made Leyla an autistic child. This was on purpose. Another subject that I try to put emphasis in my book was the matter of law and justice. In this book, A drunken man was killed by his wife. Whether there was a great discussion around the subject in the book, whether this was a murder or this was a self-defense. Again, I dig up on this subject quite a lot and try to give some ideas of mine in this book. Now, let me say you one thing. Anybody who begin to read this book, they cannot drop it from their hands. Even, let me say you this, there are some women, they hug the book and they went to sleep with it. Now, if you are looking at the book, that we see several topics: adoption, alcoholism, autistic children, justice and law, and also the love and the passion of the young generation. I think all these will attract the readers. Okay? Now, I would like to thank to you people, to Europe Book, about the support that you gave me. You are really great people.
Thank you, David. Thank you really for your words.
I would like to thank each one of you, one by one, for the support that you gave to me.
Thanks to you for your trust. Thanks to you.
Let me say you one last thing. One of my readers she was a book criticizer and gives comments to many, many books. And she says to me this: look, in literature, there are some famous women. And I think Ulfet, and the mother of Leyla, will be also one of these famous women in literature. Again, thank you very much for you people, for this opportunity that you gave me for this interview. And I hope we will meet in my other books also. Today, I received, okay, from you people, my second book, The Fig Leaf, is ready to be published.
Great, that's great. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, David. Thank you for your time today and for presenting us Leyla's Coffee. We keep waiting for your new book to come.
Okay, thank you very much and bye-bye.
A fiction story that brings the reader to reflect on how important the human values are, that the author so empathetically describes with continuous suspense and twist, a quirk of life. Look at the fate that the girl you adopted will eventually become an autistic and raise her indefatigably. Through a simple, natural, flowing, and special writing style, the author enchants the reader, making him or her a part of the plot, in a process of identification of pains and joy. Leyla's Coffee by David Levi is now available in bookstores and digital platforms, a publication by Eurobox.